Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullah. Ya Rabbi, Ya Rabbi, bless our association with endless blessings and fill our association with endless lights and open our hearts to receive those lights. خاصة فمير حبيب وتنحضن وإشوارنا يا سيدي رسول الكريم حبيب العظيم يا سلطان الأولي شيخ محمد نازم الحقاني يا سلطان الأولي شيخ محمد الفايز الداغستاني يا سلطان النار ونور الوجود سيدنا مولانا الشيخ هشام كماني والشيخ ابن كماني وخالق كل خرج دواني وصار زمان سيدنا محمد المهدي عليه السلام وروح الله سيدنا عيسى عليه السلام وسيف الله سيدنا عليه السلام وسائر وصحبه المسلمين. الفاتحة. So that going into the energy and opening the meditation to bring out a subtlety and awareness of energy, and using that energy first to develop ourselves and at later stages to use for healing. Means then the power of the breath and bringing the energy of the breath and being aware of the energy that's coming out of us and how to feel that energy and bring our senses to that energy so that we can feel it. The first point of feeling has to be the hands. So when we rub our hands and bring out all of the different coding within the hands and everything that's been encoded as a secret upon ourselves, all of that rubbing, that's why in the ablution we're rubbing, and as we're rubbing, we're bringing out that energy. For our energy practices, we're going to practice now opening up first all of our energy channels and then start playing with that energy and feel that energy and develop our senses at the level of the hands. It means you start to think and feel from the hand. So visualize and imagine that you're on the hands and bring all your senses to the hands. And this energy is existing between the two hands. The hands are emanating the energy. So as you keep the hand together, start your breathing. We'll do it audible if you want to give us an audible breath. Feel the energy in the breath. Feel the warmth in the hands and the energy that's developing in the hands. The zikr hu. once we have this breathing going, then like an accordion, start to separate your hands slowly from each other. As you're breathing out that hu, you feel an energy emanating from the hands, from one hand to the other. Breathing in, you feel the energy going in. Breathing out, you feel the energy going out. As if the hands are breathing. You can slowly bring the hands back and feel the energy between the two hands, slowly, and don't separate far. Then you separate like an accordion going out. If you can breathe through your nose and keep the zikr of hu, you can try that. With your focus between the 2 points on the hand. But as you're breathing that hu, that this energy is moving between the hands. Then you rub the hands. When you're finished, take that energy and put it to your face, to your body. Opening the subtlety in the hands and energizing and feeling that energy, becoming conscious and aware of that energy is very important in our energy practices. We're going to do a meditation now that, and again on dealing with energies, as we feel the intensity of the meditation. Again, it's going to be very personal based on who feels what and at what level. Once we start to work with energy, it's like becoming a junior electrician. You have to be very careful. It's a very real and very powerful energy. That anytime we do energy practices, you're going to practice grounding. Means don't ever, when you feel yourself that you're being energized, the energy's coming, don't trap the energy on yourself. Don't lock both hands, because the hand has to bring the energy out. Whatever you're doing to hold for a heartbeat, you can do by one hand, and you hold very subtly, subtle connection, or like that. But the other hand has to ground. There has to be one hand bringing in the energy, the body is bringing in this energy, moving, and the other hand is grounding the energy out, so that not to trap ourselves. One sign of sometimes trapping energy is an immediate cramp. It's like sending a bolt of electricity through the muscle and it can't process it, and all of a sudden you feel a cramp. It's a reminder for us to ground that energy. We're going to practice now, again, the breathing and really harnessing that energy of the breath. We're going to use a rock to expedite or speed up that process. We're going to hold the rock with the left hand, and the left hand is symbolic of fire. And we want to ignite that fire. It's a divine fire. It's the divine fire of love. But first, love burns. So we're intending to burn away the impurity, bring that energy onto our being, and ignite that divine love, so that it can burn all the bad character. Once it finishes burning the bad character, all that's left is light. It emits a light. So then the sins and bad character are the fuel for this fire. So first our own sins, we throw it onto the fire, and hope in exchange light is emitted. Because as you burn your bad character, what's left is the good character. So it's a mercy for creation. So we're burning away the bad character, and what's left for humanity is our goodness. Because as much as we take away the bad, the good is left. When we can reach a level of burning a majority of our bad character, this fire will be used to burn the bad character of others. The real healing is when you move into an environment and nobody has to know what's happening. But by your nature, you're incinerator. You're a compost heap. You take all the compost and garbage of other people and they don't know it. It's already orbiting around them. And it levitates towards that fire. And by our practices in the spiritual enlightenment, you're able to process that difficulty. So your fire is in need of something to burn once it burns itself out. It starts to look for the difficulties of others and process them. So igniting that fire, that's why in some of spiritual drawings you may see an individual sitting and a flame going. That point is right above the belly button. So when we hold, I'm going to give the description, so when we go through the visualization, we're sort of on the same page. Point above the belly button is a very powerful point, what we can say so far. To ignite that fire and to light that fire so that it can move like a flame that makes us to be a fire. So then we'll visualize ourselves like this burning poo, like a burning poo. We hit here, and we're going to use the rock and the salt because it has its own energy that can give to us very fast. The recitation will be playing a very hard, or not hard, but a powerful recitation that will lend itself also to that energy. So then you feel the flame, and the left hand is the divine fire. You feel the energy, and that energy you bring to that point. As soon as that energy hits, then your visualization is that this flame, like you've ignited a fire, a little campfire. And then in our truthfulness to ourselves, again, everybody to their own degree of self-realization is, my Lord, let everything burn. I'm fed up with myself, and I'm asking in all sincerity, let everything that is stopping me from reaching your reality to burn. Let all my bad character that harms people and harms myself, let it to burn. And then you see that flame up. And in that meditation, the breathing you feel is the oxygen for that fire. So as you're breathing in, this flame is intensifying. As you're breathing in, the flame is intensifying. Until your hope is that visualization is that you are a flame. So you see yourself as this flame. You feel the heat of the chest, that you are on fire. We're trying to reach to the fire of divine love. We're trying to find the burning bush that Moses was looking at because it was a reflection of his own state. His heart was in love with the divine and not finding satisfaction in anything, and saw it as a burning bush. This is the burning bush. It means that we're trying to take ourselves to that reality, but before we can find that divine love, we have to use divine love to burn away all of the bad character that separates us and veils us from that reality. So then we use that and keep the breathing. And most important is keep yourself grounded. Keep yourself grounded. Let this flame come and feel the heat of that. And I can only give a suggestion, and everyone has their own level of comfort, is when we cover ourselves, is communicate. Communicate to the saints if you're comfortable. Communicate to the prophets, whichever one you're comfortable. Or communicate to God, because all of them are listening. And in the communication is, I want the cleaning. I want all of these things to be taken away. Fill me from that light. I want my loved ones to be cleaned. I want all those who are important to me to be clean. Let my cleaning take place so that I can reach out and help people whom I love. Then we think of all that sadness, we think of all that sincerity, because we make it very real for ourselves. Those who have children think, I want my children to be safe. I want my wife and husband to be safe. I want all my descendants who have passed to be safe. Let me be the one to be clean so that I can reach back out and bring them along that way. So then when we're covered, just breathing and seeing everything burn and everything being cleansed, and from there we'll see what happens at that point.
I was just going to do this. Is that not enough?
Whatever you're comfortable with.
Yeah.
If you want to wear the whole so that you can talk and not feel uncomfortable, or you wear like that, whatever's good for you. Whatever you're comfortable with.